Hi, thank you. Thank you for this presentation. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be here. I have to say that I have participated of hundreds of technical conferences where I was the lead speaker, but I've never had so many emotions like I have right now. I think I'm trembling inside of me. And I'll tell you why, because throughout my career, people have asked me, how did you actually arrive to this point? So what exactly did you do to end up where you're right now? So as per the presentation, yes, my name is Alexandra Damascan-Armegioiu. I'm the leader of a business unit in Romania that produces oil and gas, energy sector. So what exactly is that thing? Okay, it was only because of this event that I actually stayed in my office, locked myself in my office for a couple of hours, and I just wrote down everything that came to my mind. Because to be completely honest, each time I was being asked, what did you actually do? I kind of dodged the answer. I didn't know what to tell them. I know now. It's okay, so bear with me 10 minutes, okay? I have 10 minutes, you'll know. I have to start off by saying that I've never ever been prepared to do what I'm doing right now. I have never had like a 10 years plan ahead of me. I've never followed what they teach us in today's business management schools. I've never know how to prioritize, how to communicate, how to execute a project. I think I was pretty obvious dull. So I think that now I can tell you what that thing really is. And I think you all know at the end that thing, you are going to resemble it to that. So in order to arrive to that thing, I need to take you down to memory lane. It will be a wonderful short trip. We'll go back to the 1890s. I grew up in a family of engineers. I grew up seeing my parents only 2 days per week, Saturday and Sunday, because they were working at a nuclear plant outside of my hometown. I was raised by my grandparents, process and construction engineer. I hated the idea that my parents were not there. I felt being abandoned. And I remember growing up having this anger towards my parents. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just choose a normal 9 to 6 job, Monday to Friday, so they could be with me and my brother? You know, my grandpa pulled me over about 10 years, when I was 10 years old, and he told me, listen, your parents are doing a job that they like doing. Your parents are doing this job with passion. And because they are doing this job with passion, they are the best in their industry. There was no link into my mind. Why would you tell to a young girl, this is why your parents only see you over the weekend? It made no sense. Absolutely made no sense. But in time, I learned that the first actual lesson a leader must do is to do a job that you like doing, no matter what you are, accountant, engineer, whatever. Do a job that you like doing so that you become the best of it. So years have passed. I graduated one of the highest ranked high schools in my hometown. I was never the best, by all means no. I remember one thing about high school. I remember being bullied. Being bullied by friends, or what I thought they were friends or colleagues, but that has never affected me. And I'll tell you why. And I'm pretty sure this bullying process that we are all seeing and hearing about in the news that young generation goes through is tremendous and horrible. But if that young girl or young boy is looking at me right now, I'm going to tell her or him, as I'm telling to you, the second lesson a leader must do. Do not project the image that the others have on you as being the correct and true reflection of yourself. Do not block that. Leave it alone. So, continuing the story, I had my first job at 18 years old. It was not a good paying job. I hated it. I didn't feel my place working there. So, more or less, let's cut the story, I ended up being an engineer, a drilling engineer. So my job is to drill wells, gas or oil wells, and to put them on production. It's not a tough job. It's actually very nice. I like it, but hey, this is my job. This is my passion. And I'll continue on with the story. I graduated from different universities. I had 3 master's program and currently 1 PhD. But all of this that I've done and all of the certifications, national, international, the moon, the sun, whatever, never enough. Were they good enough for them? Who are they? Okay, I'll try to define them in a very kind of PG-13 kind of pretty way. Them are the group of people, I will not gender them, that tells you, don't worry your pretty little head with oil and gas stuff, like go and play at the kids' table and we like adults, we will do the oil and gas thing. But again, just like in high school when I was being bullied, I blocked that. Because I didn't care what they were doing. I didn't care that they were belittled me. And they were doing that. And I bet that most of you here felt in your career, a point in time where you must have felt the same thing. When somebody was trying to push you back, to dismiss you, to tell you that you're not good enough to do the project. And if that has happened to you, good for you. That's the first step that actually tells you you've succeeded. That's the first step that actually tells you you've become a threat to them. You've become a potential risk for you to take their places. And that's the place, and that's the moment when they're going to push you back, and then they are trying to dismiss you. But again, as I said, just like in high school, I didn't care. I moved on. So years have passed. I continued my learning process. I went to different courses, and I did all of this. I was working most on the field rather than in the office. All of this while being a mother, a wife, a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, everything. Basically being a woman. Fun fact, I even won the Best Oil Man of the Year award. Oil Man. It's like they didn't have two more letters. You say woman. No, okay. Oil Man. It's like, you know what, like the Oscars would be awarded only to men, right? Okay. Again, just like in high school with bullying, just like with them, don't worry your pretty little face, that didn't affect me. I pushed back. I pushed back as much as possible because I knew that I didn't want to be treated as only a pretty face. I didn't want, and I have never played the treat me different just because I'm a woman card. Or I didn't ever want to be the man's equal. No, I wanted to be different. I wanted to be respectful so I can give respect. In other words, I just wanted to be different. So, years have passed, and the fairy tale still continues, and all is good and happy, and look at me, CEO of a big company, oil and gas, we are producing energy in these difficult times, but not everything is nice and happy, because I have a dark side. And I have had this dark side since I was about 20 years old. I have never, or I was not in a position for more than 10 years to trust people. I didn't allow myself to trust people. I didn't want to even give them a chance to betray my trust. And for that, I've never had friends. The good thing is that when you don't have friends, you are kind of forced to do things alone. That's true. And you can do it, don't worry. You can always do like a cash flow model by yourself. You can populate a Gantt chart. You can do that. Even if it looks hard, you can do it. Trust me, you can. So, many sessions of therapy have actually helped me to arrive at the point where I kind of give people a chance to betray my trust with a mechanism. Now, disclaimer, this is my mechanism. You do it yourself. I don't want to impose anything. So this is just the thing or the process that I'm going through. When I meet for the first time a person, I usually give them a mark from 1 to 10. Based on the energy that I feel from the person, leave aside the designer clothes, the jewelry, the makeup, the hair, blue eyes, whatever, leave aside. Give them a mark. For me, I start with 5. And slowly, in time, I allow that person to go from 5 to 7 to 9. Nobody has reached 9. Actually, nobody has reached even 8. And the feeling that I got when I saw that person that I saw here at 5 reached 7, I was so proud of myself. Alexandra, good job. You did very well to give her or him the trust. So see, this is the good thing. This allowed me to trust people. Now the bad part is that, okay, from 1 to 5, you can actually start with 5 but end up at 2, which is fantastic. You didn't lose anything. You didn't gain anything. You didn't lose anything. So this mechanism has helped me to trust my team, to trust the idea that we can do a project together. And as a leader, trusting and mentoring your team is absolutely a must. Okay, so I think that 10 minutes ago, I actually told you I'm going to tell you what the thing is. Most of you might have already found it. The thing is me. I allowed myself to push back the others. I allowed myself to do a job that I like doing. I allowed myself to learn and learn and learn until I give up. I've never given up. And the same thing applies to you. Only you will allow yourselves to be the best, no matter your job, no matter what you do. Just allow yourself and give yourself the opportunity to be you. By accepting who you are, by accepting your dark side, by working on your dark side, by pushing your limits, that's what makes you a leader, in no matter what domain you're working. So now, as a leader, I have to trust my people, I have to trust my team, I have to mentor them, I have to continue working with them. But I have to tell you one thing. The number one trait for a leader is fearless. So if you take only one thing from this event that I'm presenting right now to you, just take this. Be fearless. That will open the doors for you. Thank you.